it says we're live now. Brandy Mars Sky, this is day 29 of the 100-day challenge that has now turned in, or the 100-day project that is now turned into, I feel like I'm a little crooked, that is now turned into Confessions of a Wild Dreamer. And I really like that a whole lot better because it gives me like a way in. And what I mean by that is it's more inspiring for me knowing that I'm coming on here to share with you the chasing and the catching of my wild dreams, and which was the whole impetus to start this whole project anyway. So today I was thinking about, I actually read something and it talked about guarantees and how we are not guaranteed anything. And as I was writing on my memoir today, I was writing a passage that had to do with finally achieving a wild dream that I had wanted for so long. And then once I got it, it wasn't as good as what I had like made up in my head. It wasn't as good as what I envisioned in my head. It wasn't as good as what I thought it would be, meaning my expectations of the thing, of achieving that wild dream, didn't match the reality. And partly, and a large part of that was because I was unrealistic. I was going for that wild dream for a particular reason, to create a name, to become a name, to make my name known. And I wasn't in it for the love of the thing, right? The reality of it, which is going to be longer lasting than that moment of actually getting it, of, excuse me, of like actually winning the thing, winning the title, winning the contest, right? The living part in it lasts much longer. The reality of it lasts much longer than the actual like time in which you win it. That's like fleeting. It's not long lasting. And I got a little frog in my throat. Not really a frog because I'm a vegetarian, but a little dust bunny. That's better in my throat. Although it's still a bunny, but you know what I mean? Little thing in my throat. And so that had me thinking about the difference between that 20 some odd year old Brandy, maybe she was 32, maybe she was in her early 30s, Brandy, and the Brandy that is here now, mid 40s, 47, and how much has shifted because I've shifted my mindset from the actual like achievement of the wild dream. I'm not saying that achieving wild dreams is, isn't something that you should shoot for. Absolutely. Go for your wild dreams. Live your best life. Go live wildly and boldly and all the things. But what I am realizing now is how I get there, the journey that I take to get there, the processes, the things I learn along the way, the flower I stop to smell, the June I get to meet and walk on my native lands with, the dancing that I get to do in the middle of my living room with my wife, those little moments in between the actual chasing and eventually catching the wild dream, those things have become so much more important to me because they are the most important part of the process. And those are the things that turn into the longer lasting reality of the wild dream than just that moment, fleeting flash of achieving the thing, right? Those are the threads that I'm going to take with me. Those are the moments, those like seeping into the earth of a moment, of a moment in my day, a scene in my day, an exchange in my day, an experience in my day. Those are going to make that achievement of the wild dream taste so much more expansive and abundant and full of flavor and much more sensory than if I was just like nose to the grind and ovaries to the wall and just like bullying my way through it. And again, I really feel like you need both and, but we're so caught up in this whole bullying our way through it that we forget that, yeah, it's nice to, say hello to a butterfly or stop and, smell a rose or the rosemary that's in your front yard. And also, it's important because there's no guarantee that we're going to get to the wild dream. I mean, the journey is the wild dream itself, right? The catching of it is just that moment, but there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that the wild dreams that I set forth at the beginning of this little 100-day projects are going to come into fruition. No guarantee. I know they're going to happen because I just know, because that's one of my clear senses, but there's still no guarantee. So many things could happen. So many things have happened on the way to chasing and catching this wild dream. And the hard lesson that I have learned, and I learned last year from the cancer diagnosis, is this: if I don't enjoy the journey, if I don't sing and fly and feel fun, joyful, wild, and happy on the way there, then why am I even doing this in the first place? Because I just wrote about and have experience. I have experiential knowing and learning that those achievements are fleeting and they don't hold the essence of fulfillment that I wanted them to, right? And releasing the expectations. There's no guarantee. So you might as well enjoy on yourself on the way there. That's basically me telling myself that, and a lesson that I learned the hard way. So I wanted to share that with you today. The invitation here is enjoy the journey, enjoy your life. Stop and smell the flowers. Take your dog on a walk. Enjoy a good cup of tea in a cup that you absolutely love. There's no reason to surround yourself with like things that you don't love. Have everything in your orbit that supports you. It's totally off. That's a whole different life, but it all goes together. It's all connected, right? One thing connects to the other. And eventually, it all connects back to your wild dreams. And I am learning that it's more important that the intimacy that I create with my life on the way to the wild dreams is really what is going to fulfill me when the wild dream comes and if it never comes. So, wanted to share that with you. I love you so much. I'm going to go drink my tea and go cuddle June. I love y'all. Hola. I will see y'all tomorrow in the catch.